Welcome back to Cape Critiquers, everybody. Today we are talking about Wonder Man.
Wait. Are we doing the whole series or?
Yes.
Yeah,
okay.
good.
Yeah.
Do the whole thing.
Episode 1, 50
Yeah,
minutes.
no. run through the whole thing. Let me start off by saying, guys, this show is pretty wonderful, man.
Yeah, no, it was really good. I enjoyed it. I really enjoyed it. But
You guys didn't.
We got some dissenters.
I wish that they didn't drop all of them at one time.
Me too.
I wish
yeah,
that they at least broke it up into 2s or 3s or something.
not even that. I just want to know what it would have felt like
Mhm.
to talk about it week by week.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
anticipate.
Because
what
this
was
is
coming.
it's weird that
Mhm.
this is the most they promoted it. One of their shows is oh, watch it all in one go.
Mhm.
But then it's definitely one of their most television shows where
Yeah.
it's week by week.
And I know
feel.
nothing of this character.
I know
And-
very little.
Yeah, and I
Yeah,
can't even call this an origin story because I still don't know how he got his powers.
I don't
Or
think they'll ever
was he
tell
just
you.
born into
Well,
it?
It's
you know.
funny that so Doorman in the comics
Yeah.
is a mutant,
Mhm.
and Wonder Man has an origin story
Mhm.
where
Mhm.
fucking Baron Zemo gives him powers to make him evil, or it's he has revenge against Tony Stark. But in this, it's kind of the opposite, where
Mhm.
they give Doorman the origin,
Yeah.
and then I think it's
Implied.
even just from the whole vibes of how his life is, it kind of feels like Simon is supposed to be a mutant.
They're definitely leaving it very open-ended and ambiguous in that sense because I think they want to tie in the whole damage control thing into the
Mhm.
mutant saga.
Yeah.
Yeah, I kind of just feel the same way where it's he will... I don't know if he'll join the X-Men, but I think he'll end up being a mutant.
The first mutant of the Avengers,
Maybe.
except for fucking
Kamala.
Scarlet Witch
also.
and yeah. Anyways, mutant.
Uh,
So what
yeah.
did you guys not like about the show?
Well, my biggest thing was that we didn't learn shit about him, about how he got his powers.
Yeah. This show is not really a superhero show.
no.
Clearly, it's about an actor.
Yeah.
Gone.
I mean, I really enjoyed it for what it was.
Mhm.
I think going into it, if you're expecting a show about, or just a regular MCU show about heroes and kind of their classic thing where it's okay, this is how the hero got their powers. There's this whole what?
I'm just saying, it's interesting that Echo is also a Marvel Spotlight thing,
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
they also gave her the just fucking powers that you can do anything, and just are kind of fucking invulnerable completely.
Yeah, I still am not 100% certain what the Marvel Spotlight tag is supposed to.
Marvel
it's-
Spotlight as a comic book was kind of like their test books where
Mhm.
they would show a new character, and if it hit, they would add him into the Marvel universe.
That's
If not,
interesting.
it would be kind of like a one-shot. All right, that was okay, but you know,
Yeah.
first appearance of Ghost Rider
Mhm.
was in Marvel
Mm.
Spotlight.
Spider
And I
Woman.
thought that was cool when first episode I seen Marvel Spotlight. I'm like, ah.
Mhm.
The ones that didn't hit were kind of still okay. They were kind of stories that weren't in the mainstream comic book kind of thing timeline, but they were all pretty good. I mean,
Yeah.
I think it ran for 6 years or something. I enjoyed it. I did not enjoy this series one bit.
Okay.
He's nothing like the comic book Wonder Man.
Yeah.
Zero. And I was just so disappointed in the storyline because you're sitting there, you're told that he's upper level power and he's very dangerous. And they gave us, 4 hours of total watch time?
Yeah.
So,
I think we've seen his powers maybe for 4 minutes out
Yeah.
of the 4 hours.
Yeah.
And you still don't look. They had the actors. I love Ben Kingsley. I can listen to him talk all day. I love the conversations between the two of them because
Yeah.
I'm kind of a nerd like that. When you listen to two people that really love what they're doing, go back and forth. That's enjoyable for me. But man, they failed so big for my expectations. I don't know. We'll go through. I don't.
Well, I'll agree with you that there was not superhero stuff there per se, but I got a lot out of this show. And I said it's not an origin story, but it is in a sense an origin story because he found out from Ben Kingsley's character Slattery how to control and understand and respect who he is on both sides of being that. Being the superhero and being a man. He learned a lot in that short amount of time with Slattery. And I think Slattery learned a lot as well. But he learned how to control it, which is obvious as you went through it.
I even noticed with like the breathing thing. He
And-
did that at the end
exactly.
right before he flew.
That's right. He learned these. So now he's becoming the superhero. He's becoming okay with this is actually a gift. It's not something that I have to deal with and it's going to ruin my life. And I think that was his whole battle from the beginning, being an actor, and I have to hide this because if I don't, I'm never going to get a job because of the doorman clause.
But
You know?
I agree with that, but like we see him as an actor before that happened.
Yes.
So I wish there was a little bit more on like why he shouldn't have shown it or why he was scared to, other than like the fire thing,
Well,
I guess.
that why he shouldn't show it. I mean, the reason why he didn't show it as an actor is because of the doorman clause.
But
That
no,
we learned.
I'm
I
saying
also
like
think-
before that we saw he was already an actor while he was watching that. So like
yeah,
why was he afraid then?
because
or
he
before
didn't understand
Well,
that, I suppose.
He was afraid then because that's breaking news that if you're a
No,
hero.
I'm saying like before that point, like he's watching it while he's already an actor.
yes.
So why didn't he show his powers before that point? I just feel like I wish
Well,
there was a little bit
okay,
more
so
on that.
I think that because of the whole fire thing, and like you even get the conversation with his ex later on, where it's like, oh yeah, like I knew we lived together. Like it's something that he's always kind of been repressing since he was a child. So I don't think it's something that he ever really wanted to showcase.
I think he associated it with being angry, and that was his temper, and he didn't know how to control it. If he went further, I mean, the guy's blowing walls out and everything else. I have to control this.
I just
was
wish
so-
we had a little bit more on like why.
Yeah, I
you
was
know.
so
And
annoyed.
I
at
do
that,
agree, though.
because now you got a guy who's basically the Incredible Hulk. Don't make me angry. You won't like me when I'm angry. Whereas Simon Williams in the comic books is always Wonder
Yeah.
Man. And for me, it's like if you're going to change up someone's powers like that, give us at least a reason why, you know, how he got them or whatever that makes him different than the character that I read about. He didn't do much for me, even power-wise. I mean, there was no real show of strength. I mean, he's supposedly Thor level power.
yeah.
All right. I mean, everything he did was either he generated an explosion or
He did toss those.
Yeah, I was about to say he did kind of.
yeah, but that was
toss
like
those
Jessica
guys
Jones
around.
level
Yeah.
tossing people.
Yeah, and I think he was definitely holding back there. There's no
Yeah.
doubt. But I still say, like, I don't know how old he was, and I don't know anything about the comic Wonder Man. And I even told that to AJ. I know nothing about this character. This is
Yeah.
me
I
learning.
think he's from like the late 60s.
Yeah. So was he like in the comics? Obviously, he's already established as a superhero.
No,
No.
he's actually starts off as a villain. He's part of the Sinister.
Yeah, but he already has his powers and he knows his powers.
Yeah.
No, it's so what happens is like he owns a rival company to Stark Industries,
Right.
and then Stark Industries is better, so his company goes under, and then Zemo comes to him and presents him with the like opportunity to get revenge, and he fucking gives him these ionic powers.
Yeah. Which is
So-
another thing that wasn't really explained well. What
Yeah.
the fuck is ionic?
Yeah.
Yeah, they
Yeah.
mention it, but they never
And they-
really
yeah, and last-
expand
I mean,
on what it
we're
is.
coming from
End of the
gamma rays,
Yeah.
cosmic rays, power cosmic, whatever, and then all of a sudden, he's got that ionic energy he could pull. Well, what the fuck does that mean? You know, what has ionic energy in it that we have to be so concerned about?
Yeah.
But like I said, I was just super disappointed.
Yeah. For me, I enjoyed this show a lot on a character level.
Correct.
Yep.
I mean, I just think that the writing of both of these main characters, Simon and Trevor, and the way that they connect and bounce off of each other and push each other's arcs throughout the show is just written so wonderfully.
Right.
Agreed.
Wonderfully. Like kind of like role of a lifetime almost for like Ben Kingsley in an MCU show, which is crazy. I wasn't expecting like this almost like Atlanta or like Beef. I don't know if you've seen either of those two shows, but like level of kind of character study from an MCU show at all. So that and going into this show, I had no expectations, like not bad, not good. I just didn't know what to expect, and I was pleasantly surprised on like a television level.
Okay.
I can see where people would be upset with the portrayal of the character and like lack thereof of superhero Wonder Man stuff. But yeah, I really enjoyed the show overall.
Yeah.
All I want to say is Marvel does this shit all the time.
Mm-hmm.
They introduce us to a character.
Well, I mean, even the Mandarin, they
Well,
completely flipped and changed that whole
They
thing.
introduce us to a character that's so powerful. I mean, there are very few characters in the Marvel universe as strong or competitive to a Thor or a Hulk. They gave us Adam Strange, and he did nothing. Right? They kind of wasted
Who?
that
Wait.
Adam Strange
From
Warlock.
from Guardians of
From
the
Guardians.
Galaxy.
Warlock.
Warlock.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Adam Warlock, yeah.
Adam Warlock. They did nothing with him for all that power that he is supposed to have.
Well, he was also like 5 years old
But
mentally.
still, you have this. You're introducing us to this
Big, character.
high level Bob,
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
right? And the new Avengers. Same thing. Century is like the Superman of
Yeah.
Marvel. They really didn't do shit with him there either. I know we're expecting a lot in Doomsday, but
Unless they're saving their big moments for those big
I think
type of battles.
Century is more passable than most. Because, like, I feel like I can... Because, like, it's fucking weird that, like, Adam Warlock wasn't in Endgame.
right.
Because, like, who's, like, the one that made her? Or made... Like, who's
Yeah.
the woman?
Yeah.
Like, she would have had an interest in fucking stopping Thanos.
Yeah.
So...
But again, now they throw Wonder Man at us. They give us 8 episodes. Don't really give us a lot about him. The conversations, like I said,
Well, I'd say they don't give us a lot about him on the hero side of things. I think the character of Simon was shown well.
I think the character that wants to be an actor was shown
Yeah.
well.
Well, yeah.
But you still don't get why he is so ostracized as a kid. Even his father said, "Oh, kids, I heard you got in trouble today at
There
school."
was real no explanation behind it.
Yeah.
And there was no explanation what started the fight, why they were picking on him, why.
It
you
is
know.
interesting that like how much his family fucking hates him.
Yeah, especially his brother. What the fuck?
Well, in the comics too,
I'd say
his
it's
brother's a
mostly the
villain.
Really?
brother,
I don't
Yeah.
think the
his
mom...
brother only hates him because for the last 10 years he's been doing his
He's doing
acting
nothing
thing
with his life,
and,
basically.
basically not making no
And
money, not
making-
supporting
I'd
himself.
say it's
Yeah.
really only the brother and,
Yeah.
like, cousins.
Well, even
know?
like the
The neighbor next
neighbor
door.
was like, I never
Yeah.
really liked him. I like the brother.
Yeah.
The cousin's like he's so lazy. He's a bum.
Yeah.
But
But I mean, you got to think that, like, the brother's probably just telling them that. You know?
yeah,
I
that's
thought
true.
the Department of Damage Control
Yeah, DODC.
was fucking ridiculous. I
They're-
can't even.
The inclusion of them is probably what like took me out of the show most times.
I just you're talking about an agency, and they even bragged about having the jail that's only.
Yeah.
And I'm saying to myself, what the fuck? This is like bullshit. And then I'm trying to put this in a timeline of where this is in the Marvel universe. And it's still like boggling my mind. Obviously, they're aware that there's superpowered people, but where along the line are we?
Yeah, I feel like they said this takes place before Thunderbolt.
The way
I'm
the
sure,
way I
I'm
figure
sure.
it, it's the end of 27 going to 28. That's the way I figured
I
this show.
don't
Something
even know
that.
like where the Marvel timeline's at right now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Might be
Because
after
of
that.
how they would say that's the one thing they did. They gave a lot of information
I feel like
on
we've
dates
seen a
in
lot of
this.
stuff where it's 2026, though. Like, I
I-
feel like Thunderbolt's is 2026.
See, I think that this was in 27 because there was dates on things in this that shows that because that movie was supposed to come out in 28. They said that. They were shooting the movie in 27.
And what checked off the Department of Damage Control's radar? Because the only thing they basically talked about was a fire.
Yeah.
What
That
made
is a
them
good
go, oh, wow, this guy's the most dangerous? The fuck?
That's a very good point.
Wasn't it?
Yeah.
It was
Yeah.
that and then the porta potty incident
Yeah.
Yeah, that too.
On set.
But
on
I
set.
don't know.
Yeah.
I guess
I mean,
I guess
But
that
somebody
could-
got hurt in that too, right? In that porta potty one? I thought somebody had gotten hurt.
I don't remember. It was on the set
But I
of funny enough, it was
Yeah.
on the set of The Rookie,
Yeah.
which
Yeah.
is a Nathan
Yeah,
Fillion
Nathan
show.
Fillion
And
show,
he
yeah.
originally was like going to be Wonder Man in
Right,
the MCU.
correct.
Well, kinda. I mean,
Kinda, yeah. James Gunn kind of just included him as him.
But I'm guessing all these little like situations kind of triggered their alarms.
Yeah.
This guy.
those
might
are
be-
really little fucking situations, though.
I mean, the fucking Department of Damage Control doesn't seem to like have a. They're just like a really weird, like as is in the MCU. They're kind of just like this weird agency that reacts to like semi-small level things, but then they also clean up all the Avengers shit.
Yeah.
You know, so I don't know what the fuck's going on.
They
with
were
all
in
that.
She-Hulk, right? Near the
Yeah.
end.
They're in Spider-Man.
Mm-hmm.
I think they're going to be in Spider-Man.
So they're basically like the janitors of these big battles.
Yeah, and we even saw that with
Yeah, that's okay as a cleanup service,
Yeah.
but they literally want him in their custody. How do
Yeah.
you put this guy in your custody?
How do you put somebody like the Doorman in your custody? How does he not break out?
Even that was everyone, and I've been reading people saying that was like an amazing episode. That kind
I'm going
of
to be honest and say it's probably my least favorite out of the
Yeah.
bunch.
I think it's the weakest.
I think it could have been a smaller story.
I see what they're trying to do, and
Right,
I think it's
correct.
done pretty well, but
I don't know.
it's just
I
like
don't
kind
know.
of thrown into the middle
Whenever
of
I
this
see
show.
something, a container marked Roxxon and liquid pouring out of
Yeah.
it.
So that also,
Yeah.
like, I guess this is just connected to Cloak and Dagger and like the Runaways and that side of things now too.
Yeah.
Like, is that the thread line?
Oh, probably. And I didn't understand how he got the powers he got, because he just got transported into this.
Yeah,
Room of doors.
Spot.
Doors.
the
Kinda.
fucking
Room of Doors.
dark dimension. Or
Yeah.
whatever.
Dark
I-
place, yeah.
It is funny, like, overall. I'd say that Marvel's, like, what's probably going to be one of their most critically acclaimed shows is, like, about a fucking, like, D-tier superhero,
Right.
and then, like, there's an inclusion, a one-shot episode of this F-tier fucking Great Lakes Avengers character that, like, that's what has done it for them, but...
It's also just the fucking idea that like Josh Gad is like this fucking
Oh,
huge
yeah.
action star,
Yeah.
and he's able to pay his fucking bodyguard $200,000
Yeah.
a year with benefits.
I said to Dad that, like, just like Disney flexing the paycheck and the payroll there is, it's like that's like a good use of it. I think of like, yeah, we'll just get Josh Gad to like do this.
And
And
he
he's
was
funny
hilarious.
in
in
it.
it.
He was
Yeah.
good.
funny.
Yeah,
He was
no, he was
hilarious,
good.
and he did great.
One of the best parts of that whole thing, I'd say.
When he was singing the songs
Oh,
and
that was
everything, I
funny.
was
Yeah.
laughing my ass off.
Yeah, like even including the Frozen stuff. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's like, you know,
Yeah.
that's a perk of Disney.
Oh, there's cash grab. It's just
Yeah.
a funny
Yeah.
joke. I guess.
There's definitely a ton of like good meta stuff in this show. I'd say like it's not as prominent really as like it was marketed to be.
Mhm.
And I thought it was all like pretty subtle and tasteful.
Yeah,
for the
I
most
feel
part.
like there's been just like a lot of things we've been watching recently where it's just like you can look into the details a lot and just like find stuff you like.
Yeah.
But has anybody seen Josh Gad since?
He's gone. Yeah.
Listen,
Even having like Mario Lopez is hilarious. Like that's
Right.
Yeah.
Doing him being himself, doing
Yeah.
his show. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, this is for me definitely one of the most well-crafted shows that Marvel's ever put out. And I think a lot of that has to do with Destin Daniel Cretton. I mean, he gave us Shang-Chi, which is definitely one of the better movies, and I'm just now incredibly excited to see where he goes with Spider-Man.
Yeah, I loved the show. I'm gonna say that, but I do understand if you were looking for a superhero show and wanted superhero stuff going on, this was not the show. This was an adult show to me, number one, because it was on a higher level, and I think it gave us a good idea of this man figuring out who he was on both sides of dealing with his what he thought was an affliction, but dealing with that and also dealing how to become a better actor. And the interaction between the two characters, the two main characters, to me was just pretty amazing.
Yeah.
On that level, I loved the show. But as a superhero show, if that's what I was looking for, no, it's not there yet. There were parts of it all through it, and you got the feel of it, but it's not a superhero show until the last 5 minutes.
I think my favorite conversation between the two of them is at Von Kovac's house, who, if you didn't realize, is the guy from Superman.
Yeah.
President of Bravia.
Yeah.
Yeah.
When they're out on the balcony and Simon's ready to give up, and then Trevor's like, mirror to nature is like a big thing that they kept bringing up.
Yep.
Yeah.
And he's talking about like everything that you've ever experienced, all the joy, pain, heartbreak, sadness, everything that you've ever felt. Like giving that to the audience makes them feel less alone, and like that's your life.
Yeah.
I just thought that was
Great.
I didn't expect from an MCU show to kind of just allow shots to linger and things to resonate like that, because they all do typically feel like, you know, just gotta get to the next thing. But yeah, that conversation is
Yeah.
just great.
That was powerful.
Just
It's
out
great.
in sunny LA.
My other problem with it is it felt like one continuous long episode,
Mm-hmm.
because there was nothing different about the episodes going forward. It was always about
Yeah.
me trying to get this job. I was born to be Wonder Man.
I disagree. I feel like it was very split up, honestly.
And I
How?
guess that's where they
What?
It
dropped
just felt like every episode kind of had like a different goal with like this main big goal of like, oh, I want to be Wonder Man.
I agree with him in the sense of like I do think it's paced like pretty straight through. And that's why I think I enjoyed it as like a one-shot type of binge situation. I do see what you're saying though, as far as like each episode is its own main goal, as far as like achieving the bigger
I mean,
goal.
even like the fucking Doorman episode, I'd say that's
Yeah.
a pretty big like split up.
Yes. I also, that's another reason why I kind of didn't love that episode so much, is because it's kind of thrown in the middle. I do like it how it reconnects at the end. And like I get why they did it and why explaining the whole Doorman clause to that extent is important. I mean,
What did we think of Pantolino?
He sucked.
Oh,
That was just
He was the worst
so-
acting.
That was so
it was
bizarre.
a funny inclusion though.
It was funny.
Yeah.
It was a good storyline.
The
And I used to like him a lot more than I like him now. I think
One
he's a
thing
lot
at the
like
end
that character.
is fucking like during the whole Mandarin's like fucking thing that he somehow edited together, was it had like a scene from fucking Baby's Day Out.
Yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
Well, I thought that like, I don't know, I thought it was a fun inclusion. And like, even when they're leaving his house for the first time, he's like, fucking Baby's first house sucked. Or whatever.
You weren't even funny with a baby.
Yeah.
You know.
I thought that was funny.
And then I liked how like he was obviously going to be the replacement.
That was just when they showed him in that. I was like,
And like he's
shit, that's
just like
hilarious.
kind of clearly terrible in it too.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Mhm.
It's weird though. Like for me, the throwback, he was very interested in getting the right
Glasses.
glasses.
Yeah.
Because in the comics, the glasses is his thing. That
Yeah.
makes and without them, his eyes are
Kind of how they go purple in the show.
but
yeah.
really a lot more than they showed him doing. Like he almost looked like he had the electric in his eyes and stuff. But so I thought that was pretty cool. Every now and then they'd show up with these glasses, and I don't know, something's not right. And then they found the actual.
I particularly love that they found the originals
Yeah.
because that's such a great
Yep.
callback to the scene when he's a kid with his dad. He's I always wanted the sunglasses.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's like his dad's the only person that ever really fucking believed in him. So
Yep,
then to
it's
like
true.
be able to do this movie and like almost like live his dad's dream in a way, I thought was just like a great touch on that.
What did you make of him finally getting them, and then like he thinks they're still not right, even though they're the same exact
I don't.
ones?
That's not how I took it.
Yeah,
I think he was almost shocked. Like he was like, "How close are these to the
Right.
original?"
Like
Oh.
looking at him like, wow. And he says they are. And he's like, shit.
Yeah.
No, exactly. That's the way I got that.
I thought it was kind of cool that obviously the original Wonder Man is white.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So
And this
instead of-
whole thing, not to cut you off, like that whole
Yeah.
thing's another meta thing,
Right.
Where it's like the race swap recast
Right.
situation,
Correct.
And that's just kind of like their funny poke at it, I
Right.
think.
But the way they did it was actually the original Wonder Man was white in the movie.
Yeah.
Okay. But there was no real Wonder Man at the
Yeah.
time. So when he came along with his powers, of course, he just projected himself onto the movie that he saw with his dad.
Yeah.
So I thought that was kind of a good switch instead of just
In the comics, though, like I think he is black now.
probably.
Yeah,
I
like
think so.
before
But don't
the
forget,
show.
he's
I don't think that's true.
Really?
No, I don't think that's true.
they could have worked it. He's technically immortal.
Yeah.
If he dies, he just gets reformed. So you could have said
Yeah.
he started off as looking
like
like
a
this white
reverse Michael
guy,
Jackson.
got killed by something, and then came back
I don't know.
regenerated.
I
as,
feel like he's not really like the Doctor, though. He's not Doctor Who. I don't know. I think he is still white, though.
I also think that this character is going to show up in Doomsday.
Oh, 100%.
Yeah,
I
You
feel
think
that,
so?
Yeah.
I do.
they didn't give us enough.
I actually hope they drop another series, but him being more Wonder Man. But I don't think that's
I
going to
think
happen.
this show 100% deserves a season 2, but like I don't even know like what they would do for a season 2.
Well, come up with something, I hope. But
I feel like a season 2 would kind of just like you'd get written into a corner in a sense of like it just has to become like slop Marvel shit in a way.
Yeah, because I'm not. So the ending, I guess. Do we think that like he's revealed now?
But
Like,
that's
'cause I
what
think,
I
like,
was
it's-
thinking.
Kind of, sorta.
Because like he was on this job, but also like I don't think the guy is gonna rat him out because he like fucking paid him a bunch of money.
Well, I don't think
But-
it's like
But he also is on record of bringing him in there, so they have to know something's up. And then they're going
well,
to look
he
and
brought
say,
in
Yeah, they got-
Alfonso.
Yeah, he brought in Alfonso, but they pretty certain Alfonso. You know, I think
Well,
they're
yeah,
gonna connect
they
the
even-
dots. And then this guy has more money than he's ever seen in his life in his bank account now.
But who's he trying
You know?
to hide it from? The Department of whatever
Damage control. Yeah.
already knows who the fuck he is.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Well, I don't.
So-
I
No
think it's
sense.
just that guy and that guy who was like on the case kind of just let it pass because, like, I guess it's just easier for his job. Like, he doesn't have to figure it out and, like, go against what his boss thinks.
Explain what you mean there.
So I think, like, just that guy knows.
What do you mean, just that guy? Like Agent Cleary?
Yeah.
Yeah, he didn't share a whole lot of information with everybody.
Because, I mean,
else.
like, he was the only guy in the case. So, like, I
Well,
think the
No,
boss...
they had a whole bunch of black cars. Headed
Even
for,
like when they...
Well, were those just, like, grunts, kind of, where, like, they're not the ones investigating?
I thought it was
guess?
interesting when they arrest Trevor for the Mandarin thing. And then the one guy congratulates him on the big arrest. He's like, not the guy we wanted, but,
yeah,
you know.
so he knew.
So, like, I don't know. It isn't very clear, like, you know.
yeah, that
Yeah,
whole-
I don't know. Like,
sucks.
I guess they do still suspect.
sucks.
Like, they have this... There's this general suspicion, but now everybody at the damage
Yeah.
control thinks it's fucking Trevor, actually. Which is weird, because, like, that just doesn't even make sense now that I think
America.
about it. Because, like, oh, yeah, the fucking guy who you happened to get to investigate the guy who you wanted
Yeah.
is actually the one with powers.
And he said he broke out of prison. He was broken out of prison.
Yeah, well,
by who?
In Shang-Chi, how did he get out?
Well, there's actually like, a Marvel short, or, like, one shot
Right.
after Iron Man 3 where, like, he's in prison and, like, getting... he did, like, a play or something. And then when he went to, like, talk to his lawyer or some shit, it turned out to be, like, a Ten Rings guy, and they kidnapped him, and that's how he got to Shang-Chi.
Oh, they kidnapped him. Okay.
Yeah, there was actually like a little. They were at dinner, and Slattery's phone rang, and he ignored it, and he said, "So who keeps calling you?" He goes, "A friend of mine when I used to live in a pocket
Yeah.
universe."
Pocket, you know.
Was it that little animal thing
Yeah.
that he lived with in the pocket
Yeah.
universe?
It's either that or do you
Yeah.
think he's referring to, like, Shang-Chi?
Yeah, or Shang-Chi.
Expect to see this character again and expect to see him in a more traditional Marvel way, I'd say.
You think?
Yeah. I think that this was just our introduction to the character and, like, learning more about, like, who the human Simon is. And I think, like, we will see the, you know, MCU Wonder Man side of it pretty soon.
Yeah, when he broke Slattery out, he was obviously in control of his.
That whole part just feels so outside of the entire show for me, too. Because
Yeah,
that just
definitely.
feels like
But
more of, like, regular Marvel stuff.
That's also like a year later. He's obviously established. He's done more work. He has a lot of money in the bank because he was able to give those people money. He's apparently choosing, though it was a whole setup, but choosing the roles he wants now. So to me, it was like a year later. That's why I say now it's in 28.
Also, like, at some point, I have to imagine they will just have, like, a West Coast Avengers project.
Yeah.
And he'll probably be on the team.
I think he's dead after this series. I don't think we'll ever see him.
Oh, no, I think he's in Doomsday.
I can't see it.
Yeah.
They didn't give us anything. Like you said, this built his character, and it really didn't, because, like I said, every single episode and every single thing was just he was just so focused on, I need to get this job, that
Well,
I really didn't get any background on him, except that there was a fire once. He had a fight at school.
Yeah.
I mean, like, to me, there was nothing personal going in.
I disagree. I feel like they really established, like, who Simon was and, like, what his life was like. Like, even into his adult life, he can't seem to keep a relationship. He can't seem to land a good job. And, like, on the side of it, he's kind of just hiding this whole superhero thing.
I did really honestly think he was a dick.
Oh, yeah.
But he even
You know,
says
and he
he's
admits
a
it.
dick.
Yeah.
When
he
had
he
did.
admits he's a dick.
American Horror Story.
Yeah.
He had the part,
Yep.
and then he just kept going. I think
Yeah.
maybe shoot this, and we should rewrite this. And
He
what if
even
I-
outright said he was a dick.
For a guy that's so, like, anxious about and, like, overthinking, like, he's so fucking, like, unself-awarely is an asshole.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
His biggest struggle was his struggle with himself.
And that's why I love the inclusion of
girlfriend.
Trevor
Yeah.
to kind of
That
play
was-
off of him.
The two of them
Yeah.
were
The chemistry was
fantastic
really
together.
good.
Yeah.
Batman didn't like that.
For me, the idea of, like, Trevor helping this young actor learn to just let go
Yeah.
and, like, be present in the moment. And, like, that's what unlocks everything. And then on the same two sides of the same coin, Simon kind of validates Trevor's career and accomplishments and legacy,
Yeah.
and, like, proves that he's not just this washed up former drug addict actor, and, like, he still has something to give back to the business.
13 years sober.
Who
He
is
did that good. Yeah.
I don't think he did, honestly.
He said that 1,000
That was like the
13
who's the
years
other
sober.
guy from fucking Banshees of Inisherin, the big guy.
I don't know.
That's who that sounded like.
Roald Dahl.
I dig the fact that Trevor wound up being an actual nice guy.
Yeah,
Because initially, don't forget, it was do this or go back to prison.
yeah,
But like you said, their friendship started, and I think Trevor actually seen something in Simon, and they bounced off each other really good.
Yeah.
I still hated the fucking show.
That's
I'm
yeah.
sorry.
I didn't hate it. I got it.
I loved it personally.
I didn't hate it, but it wasn't my favorite.
I'm up at a 9 on this show.
Oh, yeah?
Well,
I am up at
for
a
ratings.
yeah. Whoa.
What did we think of Kovac?
I loved
I-
Kovac. That's what he was.
He's fine. Yeah.
I was trying to like figure out like what director he's supposed to be. The closest one is maybe like the director of Dune and all those movies.
Oh really? I was thinking
But like also like that director doesn't have a fucking
who's
$40
the fucking
million
one
mansion.
that was talking like the Holocaust at that like Kirsten Dunst movie?
Lars von Trier.
Yeah, it's kind of a little bit him.
maybe.
Yeah.
I mean,
And
yeah,
then,
it's,
Aronofsky a little bit. I was thinking maybe.
yeah, he's gonna make an AI fucking revolutionary
Yeah.
war TV show.
Yeah. Whole
Yeah,
other
no.
fuck
I
story.
like the fucking $40 million mansion throws it all off though.
Yeah.
I don't think any fucking
Definitely
dark
just
ass-
like animation of, he's this weird indie director, but he's making a big superhero movie.
Yeah.
Um
Well, that's why I was thinking like the Dune thing.
yeah.
Anyways,
Yeah. I kind of forgot what else I was going to say, but
I guess my least favorite part of the show is the girlfriend. Just feel like that was kind of like weak inclusion. Like it kind of felt like they forgot
Yeah.
about it till it was needed. type
Right.
thing.
Yeah.
Even just like the setup was like so little.
yeah. And because there is so little superhero stuff as well, it did feel like a bit of a forced inclusion just to remind you like he is hiding this thing.
My least favorite was probably the scene in the house when they went to try and get the motorcycle back.
Mm-hmm.
You know you have powers. You know you just beat the shit out of these guys the night before. Why are you like scared and like you got to get the fuck out of here?
Well, I think it's more he doesn't want to
Yeah.
use the powers in public because like the whole point
but
of
the
that
I-
thing was like they wanted to destroy the one copy.
I know. I
yeah.
understand that, but still, you're in the situation.
Mm-hmm.
The kid's gonna get a bullet in his head.
Well, I don't think they really cared.
Probably not. But,
Please do.
you know, that was just I don't know. I didn't like how that choreographed itself out. I was glad the cops showed up when they did, but
Yeah.
Yeah, I did think that was also a little bit just like I feel like there's a lot of stuff where it's like they kind of just assume it's like explained or like I feel like there's a lot of stuff where it's like it was in their head but they forgot to write it.
yeah.
I have to say my least favorite scene is his introduction with the American Horror Story
Mhm.
scene. It was just fucking annoying every 5 minutes.
I don't.
What about-
I think we're supposed to be
I
annoying.
feel like
though,
I
you know,
really
it's-
liked it as just like
Mhm.
you're supposed to be so uncomfortable because he's being a fucking idiot.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'd say on the same kind of token there, like it was hard for me to watch at times, like the whole family scenes because of like just how fucking in his face they hate him and like
Yeah.
how clearly depressed he
Yeah.
is.
The scene with his brother in the
environment.
kitchen.
Yeah.
He's like, "Oh, I'm giving you the money for this." Like, so
Yeah. What we didn't talk about was how'd you guys feel about him punching through that guy's head?
that fucking.
So that freaked me out when it happened, but then you found out it was
Yeah.
a dream because
Especially like how it
but
looked.
still.
If,
It
if
looked like
we're
cake.
going by multiverse of madness logic,
Mhm.
there's a universe where that happens because every dream is an alternate universe.
But go ahead, say what you told me outside.
I found it interesting because when he punched him, he like turned into sand.
It was-
Yeah.
or
It was like
cake.
dust,
It looked
or
like cake
with
to
the
me.
cake.
Yeah.
I don't.
Or paper mache or
Yeah,
something.
kinda
And
like
that's why I'm
connection.
saying, like, just wait Wonder Man out a bit. Like, we're gonna see this fucking guy again.
Because I'm wondering what the fuck he turned into.
I Wonder Man.
Wonder Man.
Yeah.
But does he know enough about his powers that he's probably bulletproof?
Mm-hmm.
Does he know this about himself, or did he then know about this?
Well, in the comics, he's not even like really bulletproof. It's kind of just like
Does
at
he
some
absorb it?
points, like it just goes through him type thing because he's fucking just energy.
Also,
He's
like,
weird.
something I kind of feel like I noticed is when he was fighting them in that alley, it almost had like a bit of like the Black Panther suit situation where it like absorbs and pushes out power.
Mm-hmm.
Like, it seemed like they were kind of beating on him a bit, and then he used that energy back at them.
But he was pissed that he had to do that in public and outside. You know, that made a big point of that
Mm-hmm.
in that scene. But
Yeah. If I had to pick a least favorite, I would just say, like, again, like, I see what they were doing with this episode, and I think it's, like, good kind of as, like, a one-shot thing. But in the middle of the Wonder Man narrative, the entirety of the Doorman episode does kind of feel like a wrench in the system.
that's what I was going to say, the same thing. That and the girlfriend thing did also bother me. I remember thinking in the beginning when she was moving out and this and that, like, he had, like, very flat reaction to the whole thing. And then she never showed up again until, I have to protect myself. It had nothing to do with the relationship with her or anything
I
like
like the
that.
whole like interview episode.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That was like a good. I don't know.
I thought they got a perfect woman to be the interviewer.
I
It's a
also
real interviewer.
I like the twist.
It's a real interviewer.
Yeah.
I like the twist of which is another thing where Simon's so overthinking and anxious about it, and then they get to the interview and it's all good stuff for him, and then she immediately presses Trevor about the whole getting arrested and making a deal with damage control thing.
I'm still going with they put it on the Marvel spotlight, so the storyline can be from anywhere. Doesn't have to attach to anything. I'll give them credit for that. But going forward, I don't see this character going anywhere. I mean, they gave us nothing to keep him.
Well, I think the idea that he busted Trevor out of prison, like, where do they go from here? Like, they have to show up somewhere again.
I don't see it. I mean, as a background, do you feel more comfortable with these 8 episodes or like a Luke Cage?
What do you mean by that?
Do you know more about Luke Cage's background and development than you do? Because Cage...
For me, though, I'd say it's like more even than maybe you would assume.
You think?
Yeah, I feel like I got a lot out of who like Simon Williams the human is.
You think so?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because he had no other interaction between normal people except for other...
I think that's like the point,
Actors.
though, is like he is so isolated because he's so anxious about his secret being revealed, because he just wants to act so badly that like anything that could possibly take that away from him.
I don't know. I wouldn't know how to fit that character into a Doomsday because he doesn't react or interact with...
I think now, though, it's like he's in the suit, or he's going to probably wear the suit, and like he seems to have some grasp over these powers now.
For now, yeah.
And as comic fans, we know how powerful this character is. And in flashes, we did see it in this show, albeit maybe 4 or 5 times. I don't know. I just think that like he will be a somewhat prominent part of something going forwards.
In the 8 episodes, did he help anyone other than Trevor?
Or himself?
Or
no,
himself.
I don't
No.
think so.
You know, so he, to me, he's not motivated to do good.
I think that's why he has Trevor, though. That kind of even ties back to like he isn't very social. You're right, and he is like this self-centered dick. But I think he's learned or is learning to accept himself more and be who he is.
We'll see.
I also think that the mutant thing will come back around.
Yeah. I mean, we might not see him till fucking phase 8 or whatever, phase 7.
I'm like, I'd say like 50-50s in Doomsday.
I'd like to see him again because I did like the build of the character the way it came out, and seeing that he had his powers at the end. Now I want to see them used in a situation where it's to be used in a situation, not just a reaction.
My question is, the whole entire Doorman episode, was that just for him to find out at the end that he can't be a superhero and be an actor?
Yeah, that was
Yeah.
the reference that he brought up, right?
So that whole episode was just for him
Well,
to
'cause
find
I-
that one thing out at the end.
none of us really heard of what the hell is the Doorman
Yeah.
clause.
Like I know who Doorman is, but I didn't, the Doorman clause like isn't a thing.
But
in
they
the
couldn't
comics.
do maybe like him reading a newspaper and finding out about it. Why do a whole episode on it?
Well,
Or it
he
didn't
even
have to be such a big.
Yeah.
It could have been a smaller part of an episode.
I guess
Exactly.
it's kind of like the difference is that like it's good, but like why would The Last of Us do episode 3?
Yeah.
Where it's just like if you can do it well, and do it well, and like it'll
Yeah.
I guess thematically fit on this show.
Which like I still think it like kind of does, but it just doesn't work.
It's just not
as
the
well
greatest
for me.
episode. I'd say like it fits thematically, but like it's a fine episode.
Yeah.
Favorite scenes, believe it or not, one of my favorite scenes was the chaos and interaction going on in the candy making house. I liked that scene where they think it's drugs, we think it's drugs, but it turns out it's this candy. Wow, this is amazing candy. And just Slattery getting totally into the candy and sort of forgetting about what's going on
Right, yeah,
outside,
that was
the
pretty
whole
cool.
bit.
Yeah, that
I
was
liked it.
Anyway, there's a chip in this cup, and I was like, Mom, you got to be kind of careful with these cups because I didn't put this chip into this cup, and like we're the only 2 that really use these. And she texts me, "It might have always been there." Come on,
Unless she bought it, chip.
stupidity.
My favorite scene is probably the ending. I just really liked
The
just
escape
a
from
The way
good
it worked.
power display scene.
Mm-hmm.
I have to say the last episode was probably one of my favorite full episodes.
Yeah, my
Wait, I just really liked in the callback to Midnight Cowboy with the song.
Mhm.
Just fun seeing him fly into the air, I guess.
Yeah. Speaking of songs and stuff, I feel like all the needle drops in this show were pretty great.
Most certainly.
Yeah. A lot of them do fall into that trope of like music starts playing and then fade, like cut to black ending thing, but I did think they were pretty good still.
I wonder if anybody's ever like brought that up like anywhere, because just like that trope, because it is like an interesting trope where I just feel like it's kind of wasteful. Like I guess it's all fucking wasteful. It's art, but like I'd rather it be over something, not just credits.
Yeah. Well, I liked when like and then just another thing I liked is the title card every episode. I thought that was cool.
Yeah.
Like the California song, how that is actually like kind of set to a scene of him.
I wish the final credits were when it's like it never cuts to black and it's just like it shows like it's the same
like
shot.
how in the Doorman episode.
What was that?
At the end of the Doorman episode, you get the song by Dolly Parton, and it's just him walking out of the set, and then it stays on that shot.
Yeah, something like that where it's just like him flying.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that was probably my favorite part of the Doorman episode, actually.
I mean, even just like that was pretty good visually.
Yeah, I mean, as far as like,
I hated that he vomited though when he fucking absorbed Josh
yeah.
Gad. That was weird.
well, because he's been drinking.
Weird.
Yeah, I'd say cinematography and writing wise, this is just like a different tier than typical Marvel stuff.
Yeah, I didn't know what to expect going into this, and I was actually kind of scared, but I actually got very interested in the story of this.
This is like definitely their closest thing to a real show. Like this could be an HBO show.
Yeah,
Modern HBO.
Oh God, I hope not.
Not 2000s HBO.
Yeah, modern HBO.
Anyways.
Yeah, favorite scene I already said was on the balcony. That conversation. That's your life.
Yeah, actually, I have to agree with that. It's either that one or when he punched the guy through the head.
Yeah.
I was the same. My reaction was exactly how everyone in that room reacted. Oh!
Yeah,
Well, Kovac was kind of just like staring.
He's just frozen.
It's a very frozen way of talking.
Like Josh Gad.
he had the same reaction when he was smashing his
Sideball.
glasses and stuff on the table.
He says something at one point that's just like so. His fucking accent is insane. Oh, it's not the alien planet. It is Earth. Everything he says is so fucking funny. And then what song did he play at the beginning?
It'll come to me.
I did that.
What was that? CCR, right?
Mandarin.
That's what I was gonna say. Yeah, Clearance
Yeah,
Clearwater.
Credence Clearwater Revival.
Oh, it doesn't matter. All right.
Did
Rating.
you ever see Wonder Man?
Yeah.
Mamas, don't let your Wonder Man grow up to be cowboys. Ratings?
7.
I was a 9. I liked it a lot.
I hated this more than I hated the last season of Peacemaker.
What?
Why?
What?
No way. I can't.
I'm giving this a 4.5. They just
Wow.
fucking Marvel disappointed me. They keep doing this shit, and they better watch out. They're gonna get a nasty letter from me.
I just hope they bring the character back.
I mean, yeah, I think they will.
I'm gonna give it a 5. It just did nothing for me.
I'm at like an 8, 8.5.
This is a very interesting.
Yeah, well, it's
Spread here.
like you said, going into it.
I had no expectations.
If I'm on
Yeah.
Disney Plus watching an MCU, it's because I want to see a superhero.
I can't pronounce the actor's name,
Yahya Abdul-Mateen
so
II.
it's Yahya Abdul. I think he's a good actor. I really like the guy. He did really well.
Apparently,
He's
everything
doing
this
really
guy
good.
touches is fucking
My
like
4.5
a moneymaker.
has nothing to do with the acting.
And
I
love
Ben's
That's
King.
what I got sucked into. This was just the whole reaction.
It's just
but it's not a superhero show.
Yeah.
right. The storyline
That's the
just
problem.
left
I think
me
that
like,
this is-
what the
put.
fuck? I don't give a shit.
I think my issue is like I'm fine with it not being a superhero show, but like I wish like you can have like a show where it's about superheroes, but it does stuff where it only a show within like a universe with superheroes that has like fucking almost 20 years of history can do. And I feel like it didn't really do that for me.
I mean, 8 episodes. That's 4 fucking hours of watch time, and you gave me nothing about. Like you said, you can see him in the. You just kind of threw this guy at us. Didn't give us a background. Didn't give us an origin. Yeah, you made us feel good. The writing was excellent. The conversations between him and Trevor were. But at the end, I'm like, so what the fuck? You fly off into the sunset.
Yeah, but he
you
had
know.
that growth arc, and you could see it happening like gradually throughout the whole thing. I picked up on the whole growth arc thing.
Again, yeah, I mean, I just feel like it's more about Simon Williams than it is about Wonder Man.
Yes.
What led him to exploding the thing again at the end?
Exploding what?
Like the very
set?
end? Yeah.
Trevor revealing that he's been
Oh,
lying to
yeah.
him.
Yeah.
He's been
He was
spying on
betrayed.
him. Yeah.
I
Which
forgot
is
about that.
which is strange, right?
Yeah.
Because basically in Wonder Man, his
Yeah, Barnett. Yeah, I mean,
Barnett,
that's just
yeah.
another fucking great like
Yeah.
You know.
Yep.
thing
It,
with the
it does like a
writing.
lot of story within the story stuff
Yeah.
for sure.
There is like a ton of moments like that. Now that you bring that up, I'm
Mhm.
forgetting some of them. But
Yeah.
We've been going
Yeah.
on for a while.
I even loved the mother.
Jack hated the mom.
Did you
No, I
really?
Oh, the mom was cool.
He said, "Fuck you, mummy."
No, don't be sad.
No, I'm not saying it's okay.
Next week, are we doing Batman and
The
Robin?
nipples.
The
I think we should.
titties.
Yeah,
Yeah, I'll have
I mean,
to
last
watch.
week we had a fucking Mr. Freeze
Mr.
send a
Flea's
blizzard
Yeah.
over.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The Mr. Freeze Blizzard, now at Dairy Queen. The Von Kovac Blizzard, now at Dairy Queen. Ice cream upside down.
Yeah.
And the search goes on for Josh Gad.
All right.
Rest in peace.
So yeah, we're doing Batman and Robin.
Yeah, Batman and Robin with
Okay.
nipples.
All right, that was our review of Wonder Man. Next week, we are finally going to get to Batman and Robin, voted by you. So, yeah, hope you enjoy. This episode will come with nipples. Nipple
Boom.
suit.